Hello! In this video, we are going to learn about how to heal your gut by stimulating your vagus nerve. Alright? For anyone who is suffering from Crohn's or colitis, you already know that there is a lot of tissue damage that is happening within your gut. Okay? So now how to heal that tissue damage? The way your tissue damage can be healed is by giving enough rest to your gut and allowing the nerve to supply enough blood and nutrients to this area where it needs to be repaired, right? But the problem is we do not have enough nerve endings going to these areas, and we need to stimulate this area so that the nerve endings form properly and there is enough nutrition supplied to our gut. How do we do it? In this video, I'm going to reveal how to do that. All right. So stimulating vagus nerve is one effective way to have new nerve endings build up and supply more nutrition and heal your gut. But before we go there, what is vagus nerve? Vagus nerve is one of the longest nerves that runs from your brain all the way to your gut. It is part of an autonomic nervous system. I'll get to what it is in a little while. And it has influence over so many aspects of our body. Like for instance, our eyelid movement is controlled by that. Our facial expressions are controlled by it. Our voice and the tone is controlled by the vagus nerve. Our breathing within our lungs is controlled by it. The heart palpitations or the beating is controlled by it. And if we go down, even the way food is digested and everything is controlled by it. Alright? And it has a deeper influence on the gut microbiota. And the gut microbiota in turn has an influence over the hormones like serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, the feel-good hormones. So overall, it has an impact on major functionalities of our body. Okay. Now, when you stimulate the vagus nerve, it not only helps heal the gut, but it has another additional benefit. That is, it helps you overcome any cravings. Do you have those sugar cravings? Do you want to eat that piece of cake or whatever? There is a way you can come out of it by stimulating your vagus nerve. Okay, so like I promised, let's come back to what is autonomic nervous system. Like the name mentions, autonomic, it sounds like automatic, right? Which is exactly what it is. This is an automatic part of a nervous system where we do not have to consciously control everything, but it has an influence over all major organs in our body. All right. So that is autonomic nervous system, and it has two branches to it. One is sympathetic nervous system. The other one is parasympathetic nervous system. Now, sympathetic nervous system is all about fight and flight, whereas parasympathetic nervous system is about relax and digest. It's about rest, relax, digest. Okay. So now when it comes to sympathetic nervous system, why is it required? It is required for you to carry every day-to-day activities. All right. Let's imagine we are in a forest. If there is a saber-toothed tiger running after you, you have only two options in front of you. Either you fight for your life or you run for your life, right? So in those cases, the sympathetic nervous system kicks in. When sympathetic nervous system kicks in, what is happening? Is digestion important at that time? If a tiger is chasing me, is digestion important? No. Is my reproductive system important at that time when a tiger is chasing? No. So the blood is taken away from these organs. They are literally shut down and the blood is pumped more into the muscles. Why? Because if I have to either fight or if I have to run away from the tiger, in both the cases, I need my muscles to be strong. Isn't it? Isn't it so? Which is why in a sympathetic nervous system, when you're activating it, it is like a stress emotion that is coming up and your body acts accordingly. This is exactly what happens when you're in a stressful situation. This is not bad. It helps you survive. But the problem is, we are in a chronic stress condition. There is no tiger chasing us, but it is our boss breathing down our neck 24/7, right? You have no escape from your boss, do you? So when you are in that kind of a stressful situation, there is an imbalance between sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Now let's look at parasympathetic nervous system. Why is it used? Like I mentioned, it's used for relaxing, resting, and digestion. Okay, so this is where your reproductive system gets activated, your digestion gets activated, the process of healing gets activated. This usually happens when you are in deep sleep. That is when all the resting and restoring part of it happens, right? So how do you activate the parasympathetic nervous system? Again, the vagus nerve controls both sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, and as long as they're in a balance, okay, with none of it getting out of whack, when they are in a balance, you are healthful, you are in a healthful state, right? So let's look at some of the techniques you can use to stimulate this vagus nerve so that you get a balance of sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. All right. The first technique is to take cold showers. When you take a cold shower, it immediately stimulates the vagus nerve. Have you noticed this? When you take a hot shower, you feel all drained out, right? As if you lost all the energy. But if you take a cold shower, on the other hand, you feel so energetic, which is because of the stimulation of the vagus nerve. All right. The second technique is by humming, singing, or chanting. When you do that, your mind is clear of any clutter. At the same time, you have a stimulation going on. When you deep breathe, when you are deep breathing, you are oxygenating your whole body. Nutrition is carried well into so many tissues and organs within your body. All right. And at the same time, it stimulates the vagus nerve. Exercise, again, similar to deep breathing, helps stimulate vagus nerve. Love, compassion, empathy, these feelings, when you have these feelings, the way you breathe in changes. Have you noticed that? When you're in deep love or when you're in compassion or empathy, you are always breathing deep. It's never a shallow breathing. Try it out. Next time when you're in love, remember this and be conscious of how you're breathing. All right. The next way is by laughter. As you all know, laughter is the best medicine, and laughter enables you to again deep breathe and stimulate your vagus nerve. Spending some time in the sunlight is another effective way. Just spend 10 minutes every day in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, and you'll see significant difference in how your body is and how healthful you are. Okay? The next way is by fasting. Interestingly, fasting kicks in a process called autophagy. Autophagy is a process wherein all the dead cells are eaten up by your active cells, and it in turn helps your body detoxify and rebuild. Okay? It also stimulates your vagus nerve. And finally, doing yoga is another effective way to stimulate your vagus nerve. Okay? Among these, I'm going to club some of them and come up with two techniques, just two of them. One is by doing deep breathing in the sunlight in the morning and the evening, as well as doing a chanting, which is called Nada Yoga. Okay, this stimulates various parts of your vagus nerve starting from your abdomen, where 72,000 nadis are branching out to your solar plexus, where there is a soft part in where your rib cages meet. Okay, we will stimulate that part, as well as the upper part of your brain and your throat. Okay, we'll do this Nada Yoga. I'll show you in the later videos. So these two techniques together will stimulate your vagus nerve, help in the formation of new nerve endings, which in turn helps repair your damaged tissue. So that concludes this video. Just to give you a quick recap, to help repair your gut, you need to stimulate your vagus nerve, because vagus nerve helps create those new nerve endings which supply nutrition to help repair your gut. All right, and vagus nerve is part of an autonomic nervous system which controls both sympathetic as well as parasympathetic nervous system, and we need to get them in a balance, and the way you do it is by stimulating your vagus nerve. All right, hope you had so much knowledge out of this video. I'll see you in the next video.